Wonderful. Thank you. First of all, Dale and Cissy, that's left to right who I'm seeing. I was at the New York Comic Con panel you were at. Thank you so much for holding that panel. It was wonderful. And thank you for bringing the episode to show us. It was a real treat.
Thanks for being there.
Thanks for coming. Yeah. Thank you for being there.
First question for Cissy. How did you prepare for this role? And did you watch any previous Elita-1 performances?
I didn't. I know some of the women who have voiced Elita previously, and I wanted to kind of be my own Elita. So I read the specs, and to be fair, it came to us under a code name. So I didn't know what character she was precisely, but I liked the fun that she had, and I just wanted to bring a little bit of myself into that because I'm kind of a smart aleck, and I like to have fun when I get things done. And so when I found out she was Elita-1, I mean, of course, I was overjoyed, and I hope that the previous actresses feel like I've honored their performances and also added my own spin.
Thank you. And you know what I loved about the first two episodes, we were given a screener of the second as well, is every scene she's in, she just comes off as a total badass. She's totally confident, doesn't need saving by anyone. I don't know, was that in the spec initially, and did that inform the voice you gave her?
I don't remember if it was in the spec, but that's kind of who I wanted her to be. You don't get to be Optimus Prime's right-hand gal by being a pushover.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted her to be someone who could command a situation, but also have a little fun.
Right. Absolutely. I'm going to turn over to Dale just because I know our Dale and Ann, because I know our time is limited. Dale, Ann, the first episode you showed us at Comic-Con had that amazing G1 based flashback / history lesson. And as soon as news about that hit online, it became a furious topic of conversation among fans. Could you expand a little on that? What was that? Was it really meant to be G1? I think it's kind of a multiverse thing. What do you guys say?
So it's both, Ben. So it's our canon isn't one for one G1. It's almost like we call it the G1.5. It's heavily influenced from G1. Dale and I are both huge fans of G1 and Beast Wars growing up with it all. And it was actually Dale's suggestion to almost do this like G1 drunk history telling.
So good.
as part of the flashback in the history lesson. So it was a unique challenge to actually produce that, but it was really, really fun to see it come alive.
It was wonderful. And sort of as a follow-up to that, I noticed that comic books are used as historical documents of the Transformers war in the series, which is really meta. How did that come about?
Well, we needed a way for to show that the Transformers robots are a known faction here on Earth and have history here on Earth. And we also needed a vehicle that felt relatable. What would kids reach for if they need to teach their new Terran sibling what they are, how they move, what they're capable of? Would they go to a library or a Smithsonian, or would they reach for what's readily available at home and something that they learned from themselves in the form of somewhat fictional comic books and hand those over hoping for the best?
And I love the design you gave those comics with the kind of combination of G1 retro Marvel comics and IDW. That was a really beautiful blend. The animators did a great job on that. And final question, I have 1 minute left, I'm being told. Can you talk a little bit about the challenges of producing the show during lockdown? Because that was mentioned at New York Comic Con.
Yeah, it's been a very unique experience, going, staffing up, finding the people, finding, the right crew, getting the right stories being told, coordinating it all. It's nearly every step of the production has been had its own growing pain, and having to adapt very, very organically and on the fly to any kind of issues or problems that might occur. A lot of out of the box thinking, and lots of just going with the flow and making sure we're always moving forward in the best possible creative sense.
Well, it's all on the screen. I'm so excited about this show. And thank you all so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us, Ben.
Thank you.
Thanks, Benson.